All right. So, hello everyone. I would like to present to you an extension that we are currently developing at the KSRI Institute of Technology and the University Hospital in Heidelberg, for which aims at uploading data from spreadsheets into Semantic MediaWiki. Well, the motivation is the following. We have data available on a local machine, and the user would like to upload it into Semantic MediaWiki and make it available for other people or to publish it into the Semantic MediaWiki. However, unfortunately, not every user is familiar with the wiki syntax, and another thing that hampers users is if the amount of data is too huge to enter it manually into the Semantic MediaWiki. Just think about multiple hundreds or thousand wiki pages which the user have to create, and therefore we need an automatic approach to upload the data. At the same time, users might not want to use terminal commands, or they are not familiar with terminal commands, so they need a graphical user interface and also a guide for uploading the data, which facilitates the process. So what we first did is we looked at current available extensions for the Semantic MediaWiki, and the first extension I found was the upload wizard. And I really love the upload wizard, for which has a very clear step-by-step guide to upload data. Unfortunately, it uploads files and not content into wiki pages, but this step-by-step guide was very intuitive, and it's very easy for the user to use. Another extension was data transfer, and data transfer comes really close to our use case that we need. So it uploads or imports CSV files, but also Excel files and XML. And however, users have to enter in the header the properties that they need to use, and so the user have to know the properties, and if the structure of the Excel files changes, the user also have to change the header files. So it comes quite close, but it's not the use case we want to tackle. So our contribution is an extension which facilitates the approach of uploading content into MediaWiki. And basically it had three different steps: a loading step, a mapping, and an importing step. The load step first lets the user select the Excel file and also the content that he would like to upload, and also he can process some data if he like to. The mapping step lets the user create a scheme, and one thing I have to add is, and also which is a different to data transfer, is that in the end we would like to have a system that automatically suggests the schema for the user. So the system suggests a schema how the data should be uploaded, and user can then edit it. So it's not a manual schema that the user enters, but a semi-automatical. And the last step is the importing step, so users just import the data that they are selected. And in the following I would like to go to you this step-by-step guide in the following. The first step is the loading step, so user can select their local Excel file, and afterwards the Excel file is presented to the user by using the hands-on table JavaScript. User can also afterwards process the data if not already done on the local machine. They can add rows, delete rows, can also some kind of change the alignment of rows, but this is also only a graphical feature. Another feature which is added in this processing step is that we support formulas by using the formula.js, the formula JavaScript. So user can calculate some values, like for example in this case the BMI, the body mass index value. 136 formulas are currently supported. After the user process the data, he can, I'm sorry, okay, he can map the data to the wiki properties and categories. Our future goal is that mapping is created automatically. Currently, at this status, it is a manual step. So user have on the left side the properties from the Excel content and can simply drag and drop it to the right side, which basically represents one template for wiki page. So in this case, the user selected the patient ID, age, and BMI as one wiki page. However, he can also add multiple wiki pages. So for each Excel files, he can create multiple new wiki pages. So he generates from this wiki file two schemas, and the second schema is the name and the heat of the patient. By clicking on it, users can either select if it should be a property or a category, and also can select which property he would like to assign to the certain value in the Excel file. In the end, the last step after creating the mapping, the user can of course import the data. However, I have currently no values for you how fast this importing step is. It works quite well. So yeah, but currently I have no values as how fast it is. As a summary for the usage, it is quite a step-by-step guide. So first we select the data of the Excel, or we can process them. Afterwards we create a schema, currently only manually, but the future goal is that we create it automatically. And the last step is the importing step, which creates the pages. So future work, as I said, is that schemas should be suggested automatically. There are different approaches that we are currently testing. So it could be either the schemas could be either created based on previous uploads, so it learns from previous schemas, or also from the structure of the Semantic MediaWiki, so it exploits the knowledge about the properties or the annotations. To sum the presentation up, this extension guides the user by a step-by-step guide for importing data from an Excel file into the Semantic MediaWiki. This is a possibility to create multiple pages according to a schema, and the content of the Excel file is stored in a structured way and according to the schema selected by the user. This is the end of the presentation. Thanks for your attention. Sure.
It looks really neat, but I think one of the things, well, your use case is that you import it once and then you don't have it in the wiki anymore, correct?
That's currently a very good question. So how do we handle if I, for example, edit or I want to upload data which is already available? So currently what we do is we override the data. Our use case scenario is that in the university hospital is that we download the data from a database, and so we override the data because the data it just increases and the data do not decrease. So yeah, we override the data if it's already available.
Yeah, because one of the things that would be really useful in other cases is editing, mass editing your information by using a spreadsheet. So getting the results back into that spreadsheet. You showed in step 1 editing multiple instances at once.
Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. I will take that. Okay, thanks.
What's the name of this extension?
I haven't a name yet. If you like to, you can propose a name. Yeah, so we are currently looking for a name. If you have any ideas, feel free to contact me.
I'll ask, we ask the microphone. The extension without a name, when will it be available?
Sorry?
When can we get it? Name or no name?
Okay, so I haven't uploaded it on the MediaWiki extension folder, but I can, sure, if there is interest, I can upload it.
How about just XSLS uploader?
So, XLS uploader, yeah, I think, yeah, this is currently the beta status name of us, which we use.
Another time you mentioned the problem of generating new pages, and that's apparently unscalable on Wiki, on Semantic MediaWiki.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had experience with that? Do Excel sheets usually not have so many pages or so many rows? I don't know how to interpret that.
Yeah. So uploading always depends, of course, on the amount of data, but also on the used properties, and also on the amount of the schema that we create. The more complex schemas possibly need more time. However, for just one schema or one simple schema and 8 pages, it took about 2 seconds or less. So it was okay. But I need to do some evaluation tests on that in order to provide useful or data, useful data or statistics.
I could ask another question if someone else has a question. I'm not a hog or a speaker. You mentioned the CSV import and you compared it. I was wondering if you could elaborate that. From what I remember from CSV is it's this, except you only import raw textual data. Or maybe I misremembered the CSV, but there was a tool, they used it a long time ago to import data. Is the difference with what you're doing that you get more features from Excel itself?
I think you mean the extension by Java, which is called data transfer with the CSV import. Basically the difference is first of all, the schema is created by a graphical user interface, and the second, which is future work, is that the schema should be suggested automatically by the user, because he might be not aware of the properties he should use. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
You should also using functions from within Excel. Functions from within Excel, like sum.
Yes.
So you mentioned that. Are those already implemented or those future work?
Which function from Excel? You mean the formulas?
So the formulas.
Yeah, they're already working.
Okay, that's also a nice feature. Thank you.
Oh, thanks. All right.
Yeah, great.
So,
That's,
thank you.